We choose to go to the moon in this decade.
Less than 7 years after President Kennedy said those words, people around the world saw one of the greatest moments of their generation, the moment humans first walked on the moon.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that 1 foot up there and both hands down about the 4th rung up. There you go.
The story of the first trip to the moon is a tale of new ideas, of hope, and of courage. It's also a story about 2 countries, the US and the Soviet Union. President John F. Kennedy made his first speech about sending a man to the moon in May 1961. At that time, the Soviet Union had already started to explore the space beyond our planet. In October 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world's first satellite, into space. Then, the Soviets became the first nation to send a person into space. This was a major win for them. But the American space program was not far behind. In 1961, the first American astronaut, Alan Shepard, went into space. Then in 1963, U.S. astronaut John Glenn went around the Earth a total of 3 times. Over the next 8 years, in the Apollo program, NASA prepared to send 3 astronauts to the moon. They worked hard to improve their spacecraft. And finally, on July 20, 1969, Apollo 11 landed 2 people safely on the surface of the moon. The images they sent back amazed the whole world.
That's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
In the decades since 1969, the American space program has had many more successes. Today, NASA continues to investigate our universe, and it continues to develop new technologies and the equipment to do it, just like it did in the 1960s during the early days of the space race. However, instead of competing with each other, Russian and American astronauts, like this crew on the International Space Station, can now be found working together to expand our knowledge about what's beyond our planet.